Maya sat beneath the ancient banyan tree, her heart heavy with sorrow and exhaustion. The forest was quiet, serene. The Buddha, robed in saffron, approached slowly, his presence radiating a profound calmness. His eyes met hers, deeply compassionate. "Venerable One," he says, "our family faces despair, drowning in financial hardship that erodes both spirit and hope." I observe his furrowed brow, his posture heavy with the weight of suffering. Yet his gaze burns with a yearning for clarity. "Tell me," I reply, "when a river encounters rocks, does it pause forever or find a way to move forward?" The man answers haltingly, "It flows, Venerable One, continuing despite obstacles, bending but never surrendering to stagnation." His words evoke a smile. "I tend to the sick, the aged, the suffering. They depend on me for everything," she continued, her voice a whisper. The villagers listen intently, their faces reflecting hope ignited by wisdom shared amidst the silence of falling dusk. "Disciples," I continue, "attachment to suffering binds the mind, yet awareness offers freedom to perceive its transient nature. When you carry water in a pot, does it feel heavy at first?" Maya looked up, puzzled by his question. "No, Master," she replied, "but over time, even a light pot feels unbearable." The Buddha smiled gently. "Precisely, Maya. Reveal them," I urge. "For unseen treasures can reshape your journey and illuminate pathways obscured by darkness." The villagers begin murmuring, exchanging ideas inspired by the seeds of reflection planted in our shared moments. He reached for a small clay pot by his side, its surface smooth and unadorned. "Observe this pot," he instructed. The man bows deeply, his gratitude expressed in silence as his family steps forward, seeking guidance for their unique paths. Mothers hold children close. Farmers rub calloused hands, each individual glimpsing hope through collective engagement and shared wisdom. "Unity," I explain, "enhances strength. For interconnected lives build bridges where despair sought isolation." The villagers nod, their whispers interwoven with resolve to transform the shadow of scarcity into a community of mutual aid. An elder disciple asks, "Master, is it enough to overcome material hardship without pursuing the end of suffering entirely?" I reply gently, "Freedom emerges not from eliminating struggle but through wisdom and compassion amidst the impermanence of hardship itself." The temple bells chime softly, signaling the day's closure as moonlight envelops the courtyard in silvery peace. The man lingers, his gaze reflecting newfound clarity, his heart lightened by the teachings resonating within his troubled yet hopeful mind. "Master," he utters softly, "will the river within me ever flow freely despite the rocks ahead?" I place my palm upon his shoulder, saying, "Flow does not promise perfection, but harmony lies within movement guided by mindful choices." The villagers bow in unity, each departing with a piece of wisdom held close as seeds sown upon fertile soil. I watch as they scatter into the night, their steps carrying echoes of resilience beneath an expanse of boundless stars. Another day, another sun rose over the village, casting its golden light upon a community slowly learning to heal. Kanishka awoke early, his mind lightened by hope, and joined his family in quiet preparation for the tasks ahead. Mira wove at her loom with renewed energy, her hands creating patterns that seemed to echo the rhythm of life. Arun hummed a tune as he tidied their small home, his heart free of the heaviness that once lingered. The village buzzed with activity, neighbors engaging in work and exchange, their spirits touched by Buddha's words of wisdom. The temple bells rang softly, calling villagers to gather once more under the sacred Bodhi tree where Buddha sat in tranquility. Kanishka, Mira, and Arun approached Buddha, their faces reflecting gratitude and curiosity for further guidance in their journey. "Venerable 1. Kanishka began. We have taken your teachings to heart and acted. Yet challenges still arise to test our resolve. Buddha listened calmly, his gaze unwavering as he said, "The path of transformation is not without obstacles." My friends, Mira spoke next. Master, my weaving brings sustenance, but doubt remains. How do we know if our efforts are enough? Buddha replied, Mira, the strength of your intentions outweighs the result. A single thread can strengthen a fragile cloth. The villagers leaned in closer, captivated by the simplicity and depth of Buddha's words, each reflecting on their own lives. Master, Arun asked, how can one so small help in times of great need when the burden feels too heavy? Buddha smiled gently. Arun, even a small pebble creates ripples in a pond, touching unseen shores far and wide. Disciples, Buddha continued, do not measure your worth by scales of success but by the sincerity and compassion of your actions. Kanishka interjected, but Venerable One, fear sometimes clouds my mind. How do we overcome it when it threatens to paralyze us? Fear, Buddha explained, is like a shadow. It cannot exist without the light. Face it, and its power will diminish. The gathered villagers murmured in agreement, their eyes beginning to see the lessons not just in words but in their lives. A farmer approached hesitantly, saying, Master, I lack resources to cultivate my fields. What wisdom can guide me to overcome scarcity? Buddha replied, where one field lies barren, another holds potential. Seek community, for shared effort multiplies prosperity beyond measure. The farmer nodded, inspired by the reminder of unity, and resolved to collaborate with neighbors to renew his yield. Mira added, Master, your words lift our spirits. But how do we sustain this joy amid challenges that persist? Joy, Buddha said, is not the absence of hardship but the presence of gratitude for each moment's possibility. A young woman stepped forward with tears in her eyes, confessing, Venerable One, I fear I am too broken to contribute. Buddha's expression softened. Brokenness, like cracks in a vessel, allows light to shine through. Your pain holds the seeds of growth. The crowd remained silent, moved by the woman's vulnerability and the compassion reflected in Buddha's timeless guidance. Master, Kanishka inquired again, what role does forgiveness play in a family's journey to heal from financial and emotional wounds? Forgiveness, Buddha answered, is a balm for the heart. It releases anger's hold, allowing understanding and connection to flourish. As the sun reached its zenith, villagers shared food and water, their gathering not just an exchange of wisdom but of kinship. Buddha observed their interactions, pleased to see the beginnings of a community united by shared purpose and mutual support. Disciples, Buddha said, the path forward requires you to see not just your suffering but the interconnectedness of all beings' struggles. Kanishka reflected on these words, realizing that his hardships were not unique but part of a larger, shared human experience. The villagers, once isolated by their fears, began to seek one another out, offering assistance and encouragement wherever needed. A child brought a small basket of freshly picked fruit to Buddha, saying, Venerable One, may this gift bring you peace. Buddha accepted the offering with a smile. Child, your kindness mirrors the wisdom of generosity, which nourishes both giver and receiver. Mira turned to her husband and whispered, perhaps our challenges are blessings that teach us resilience and deepen our compassion. Kanishka nodded, finding strength in her words as they reflected the teachings they had come to cherish and embody. Master, a voice called out, what do we do when doubt returns, threatening to unravel the progress we've made? Doubt, Buddha responded, is a wandering traveler. Welcome it briefly, but do not let it stay. For faith renews direction. The community absorbed this guidance, understanding that doubt was not an enemy but a visitor to meet with mindfulness. Arun tugged at Buddha's robe, asking, "Venerable One, do you ever feel tired of teaching us so many lessons?" Buddha chuckled softly. "Arun, teaching is like lighting many lamps. The flame does not diminish but grows brighter with each spark." The villagers laughed gently, their spirits lifted by Buddha's humor and the profound simplicity of his timeless metaphors. As the day waned, shadows stretched across the temple courtyard. Yet the light in the villagers' eyes remained undimmed. Buddha stood and addressed them once more. "Carry these teachings as lanterns, illuminating not just your lives but others' paths too." Kanishka and Mira held hands, feeling an unspoken reassurance that their family's journey had become intertwined with a greater purpose. The villagers bowed deeply, their gratitude expressed in shared silence as they prepared to return to their homes and endeavors. Buddha watched them disperse, their steps lighter, as if the weight of worry had transformed into the wings of determination. The river flowed beside the village, its current unbroken, a reminder of the lessons etched into the heart of existence. Buddha sat quietly beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence a steady beacon as the village transitioned into the tranquility of night. Another day, another horizon bathed the village in warm hues, signaling the emergence of growth forged through resilience and unity. Kanishka rose to meet the morning, observing his family as they embarked on tasks with renewed dedication and harmonious rhythm. Mira's weaving cooperative flourished, each thread interlacing into intricate patterns that supported not just their household but their neighbors' livelihoods. Arun, now keenly aware of interconnectedness, delivered goods to families with cheerful energy, inspiring collaboration through his actions. The community thrived, bound together by the wisdom imparted by Buddha and the willingness to share their efforts and resources. The temple bells rang once more, calling villagers to gather under the Bodhi tree where Buddha awaited with serene presence. Kanishka approached, his family following close, their expressions reflecting gratitude and a yearning for deeper understanding of life's truths. "Venerable One," Kanishka began, "our family and village have grown, yet I seek guidance to sustain this harmony amidst ongoing challenges." Buddha regarded him kindly, saying, "Kanishka, harmony is not a destination but a continual balance of awareness and compassionate action." Mira spoke next. "Master, how do we prevent fear from returning, overshadowing the growth we have worked so hard to nurture?" Buddha replied, "Mira, fear ebbs and flows like the tide. Anchor your heart in courage, and its waves cannot drown you." Arun stepped forward eagerly, asking, "Venerable One, can small acts of kindness truly change the course of a struggling community?" "Indeed, Arun," Buddha affirmed, "a single seed nurtures a forest. Small acts ripple outward, reaching lives beyond your sight." The villagers listened attentively, reflecting on the power of their seemingly insignificant contributions in shaping a thriving collective spirit. A potter approached with concern, saying, "Master, my craft sustains me, but I fear its demand will falter. What should I do?" Buddha replied, "Innovation, like flowing water, refreshes life's patterns. Embrace creativity, and your craft will resonate with changing times." The potter bowed in gratitude, resolving to explore new designs and techniques that would both honor tradition and invite novelty. Kanishka asked, "Master, is it selfish to seek success in our endeavors when others still struggle?" "Success," Buddha explained, "is not selfish when shared. Prosperity becomes meaningful when it uplifts others and nurtures collective well-being." A farmer spoke hesitantly. "Venerable One, my harvests are limited, yet my family grows. How do I balance scarcity with generosity?" "Generosity," Buddha answered, "is not measured by wealth but by intent. Sharing even a little reflects abundance of the heart." The farmer nodded, his face brightened by reassurance and resolve to share surplus seeds with neighbors facing barren fields. Mira remarked softly, "Master, weaving has become my joy. How do we sustain joy through the inevitable sorrows life may bring?" Joy, Buddha said, is not fleeting when rooted in gratitude and purpose. It remains unbroken amid life's changing seasons. An elder disciple asked, "Master, what role does forgiveness play in sustaining harmony across an evolving community?" "Forgiveness," Buddha replied, "heals wounds of division. It creates bridges where walls stand, uniting hearts through understanding and reconciliation." The villagers murmured in agreement, recognizing the transformative power of forgiveness in their shared journey of growth and connection. A young man spoke, his voice trembling. "Venerable One, I fear change. How do we embrace it without losing what we hold dear?" "Change," Buddha explained, "is life's essence. Hold your values close yet open your mind, and change will guide renewal, not loss." The temple bells chimed softly, marking the passage of time as Buddha's teachings illuminated the hearts gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. Kanishka shared, "Master, I have helped neighbors, yet doubt lingers. How do I know if my actions truly make a difference?" "Your actions," Buddha replied, "are like planting seeds. Trust that unseen growth arises from sincerity, even if results remain hidden." Mira added, "Master, can compassion alone sustain progress? Or must we also challenge injustices that hinder unity?" "Compassion," Buddha affirmed, "fuels courage to face injustices. Combined, they guide actions rooted in wisdom to transform adversity into balance." The villagers absorbed this wisdom. Their resolve deepened to continue pursuing harmony through both kindness and assertive action. Arun tugged at Buddha's robe, asking, "Venerable One, do you ever feel sadness for the suffering you encounter everywhere?" Buddha smiled gently. "Arun, sadness arises, but it flows into compassion, which transforms the weight of suffering into purposeful teachings." The village priest spoke, his voice laden with curiosity. "Master, what role does faith play in finding peace within uncertainty?" "Faith," Buddha replied, "is a lantern for the mind. It illuminates paths obscured by doubt and strengthens clarity amid uncertainty." The gathered disciples reflected on these words, inspired by the reminder of faith as an enduring guide in turbulent times. Kanishka asked, "Master, how do we instill these teachings in future generations to ensure their wisdom endures?" "Teach by example," Buddha instructed, "for actions resonate more deeply than words. Future generations inherit the essence of deeds well lived." As the sun dipped below the horizon, shadows danced across the courtyard, yet the light within the villagers remained unwavering. Buddha stood and addressed them once more. "Disciples, your journey is infinite. Carry wisdom forward, illuminating lives long after our paths diverge." Kanishka bowed deeply, his gratitude expressed through silence as he embraced the profound simplicity of Buddha's final teaching. The villagers departed with renewed purpose, their collective steps reverberating as a symphony of resilience woven into the fabric of unity. The river flowed endlessly beside the village, reflecting the essence of life's teachings: interconnectedness, impermanence, and the power of compassionate action. Buddha sat in solitude beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence timeless, an unwavering beacon as night enveloped the world in quiet peace. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.